Well, as Christmas nears, many Kiwis are considering bringing a pet home, but animal welfare groups warn rush decisions can end in abandonment once the festive season is over. Joining me now is SPCA's General Manager of Animal Services, Corey Renegres-Cal. Corey, thank you so much for being here this morning. Why is it that this period makes people get pets and then they decide after a couple of days or weeks, oh look, we can't handle it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all have that kind of memory as a kid, right? It's that there's a lot of pressure. I've got two young ones at home, under the age of 5 now. There's a lot of pressure that comes through from family, and we think that by giving somebody the gift of love from a pet, because they've got that unconditional love, that's a really good idea to give for a Christmas present. The challenge is there's a whole lot of responsibilities that we do all know, but we tend to kind of just ignore a little bit when we're in the festive spirit.
So what are those things that we underestimate in terms of pet ownership? We do just all think, oh, like this is going to be, we'll go and get Spot and it's going to be all cool runnings.
Yeah, and it really is. It comes down to time, arguably, is the biggest thing. Introducing a new pet into the household is really important to make sure they feel comfortable, that the family's settled. We also regularly, as Kiwi Holidays, go out on trips. We go camping, we go out and about, and trying to introduce a new pet into the household when you're not around is a pretty challenging time period.
So what exactly does the SPCA regularly see around this period? Is it like, the few days after Christmas or the couple of weeks into the new year? And is it dogs or is it cats? Or
it can be a range of anything. I mean, everybody's got kind of concepts. The other thing too with gifting is that maybe that individual isn't necessarily set up for looking after a pet. So while they might have been like, oh, I've been really thinking about getting a dog for the last couple months, and they might have been talking to you about it, the home might not be set up, to make sure that they've got water bowls and feed bowls and proper food and nutrition, any medications, ability to deliver on vet appointments. So it's important to make sure that whoever is going to take on that responsibility understands what they're signing up to.
Can you like foster a pet from the SPCA to sort of try before you buy, so to speak, and work out if you're personally ready to take on such responsibilities?
Yeah, this is one of the great things about the holidays. Fostering is actually a really challenging time period for us over the holidays. We've got some amazing dedicated volunteer foster parents that work throughout the year to look after the animals that we do have. They do like a break as well over the holiday season, so we do see a lot of returns that come back through into the centres. So we want to try to get them back out into fostering. So if you're thinking about adding a new pet to the family member, or to the family, I should say, it'd be really great to give it as a try, as you say. We cover all the expenses to look after them during that time period as well. So it gives you the opportunity to see how they fit into your family, your routine, and is this something you want to do a lifelong commitment for?
Okay, and over this period as well, I mean, and I've got 2 dogs. They're pretty young. They're relatively annoying, I must say, but we're coping. But hot cars. It's a huge reminder as well. Like not to leave pets in cars, right?
Yeah, summer's our busiest month around the clock for everything that we do with the SPCA. So we're in the middle of kitten season now at the moment. So once we go into those summer months with those longer days, cats that are out there that haven't been desexed are breeding regularly. So we're already slammed with that. We've got our centres filling up with those. And hot cars, unfortunately, is a reality that we see every year. We have actually just recently had a death in the Auckland area from heat stress and heat stroke after a dog that was left in a crate in the back of a ute during the day went out. So even when we think there's good ventilation, it is amazing how quick these vehicles and different containment units can get hot during the summer days.
Okay, so can you give us some context when you talk about animals being, returned to the SPCA, or people deciding around this time of year that they can't cope? I mean, do you guys get completely overwhelmed? Like, do you run out of space in some of your sites?
Yeah, capacity is always a challenge for us. So we try to really focus on what we're doing, which is looking after the sick, the injured, and the vulnerable animals. So the healthy rehomes for the people that have just decided that they don't want to have a pet anymore isn't the ones that bringing back in, because that does take up the space and capacity that we really need to look after the animals that need us the most. So it can be a challenging time for us, but the team do a great job managing and balancing both ends of that.
Corey, you've got a couple of things here. What are we talking?
I do. Well, if you've got commitment issues over the holidays, or if you're really
buy a pair of socks with dogs on them.
That's right. We do have the SPCA gift range. So we've got Fido and Felix that might make a really great addition to the family. They can also go into a stocking stuffer without any issues. And then you've always got some other gift ranges like socks. So if you want to support the SPCA, you can. I've got a pair for yourself. I hear you might also be partial to cats, and I don't want Ryan to miss out. So there's a pair of socks as well for you guys. So
those are lovely. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Hey, Corey, you guys do great work at the SPCA. We really appreciate you coming on the show this morning and issuing those reminders. That is Corey Renegris-Cal, the SPCA's General Manager of Animal Services. Thanks for your time this morning.